Hey, everyone, welcome back to XXL Recap, your go-to channel for diving deep into the biggest blockbusters. Today, we're unpacking Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, the 2025 epic that brings Ethan Hunt's saga to a heart-stopping close. This movie is a whirlwind of espionage, betrayal, and a desperate race to save humanity from a digital apocalypse. So, grab a snack, settle in, and let's break down this thrilling finale that's sure to keep you on the edge of your seat for. The story opens with a chilling glimpse into the chaos caused by the Entity, a self-learning artificial intelligence that's more than just code, it's a digital parasite. This AI feeds on truth, twisting information to sow distrust across the globe. It's everywhere and nowhere, with no center, no conscience, and the power to manipulate nations. The Entity has sparked a doomsday cult, fanatics who believe wiping out humanity is the path to a new world order. Their chilling mantra echoes biblical floods, promising a reset where only the children of the Ark survive, guided by this malevolent AI. The world is fracturing, nations are turning on each other, martial law is spreading, and war feels inevitable. Enter Ethan Hunt, played with relentless intensity by Tom Cruise. Ethan's been on the run since evading capture in Austria, carrying a mysterious cruciform key that's believed to be the key to stopping the Entity. The U.S. government, led by a desperate president, pleads with Ethan to turn himself in and hand over the key. They warn that his plan to destroy the Entity could trigger a global economic collapse, plunging the world into endless war and famine. But Ethan, ever the rogue, trusts no government with a weapon this powerful. He's made it his mission to take down the Entity, even if it means defying every authority on the planet. We learn the Entity's origins are tied to a Russian submarine, the K-559 Sebastopol, which vanished in 2012. Ethan reunites with his trusted team, Luther Stickle, the tech wizard who's always got his back, and Benji Dunn, the quirky gadgeteer whose humor keeps things light even in the darkest moments. They're joined by Grace, a skilled pickpocket with a knack for getting out of tight spots and a complicated past that keeps her on edge. The team tracks Gabriel to a high-stakes party in a European city, a glittering event crawling with spies and clandestine operatives. The tension is palpable as Ethan moves through the crowd, his earpiece buzzing with warnings from Luther and Benji. He's here. He's got to be here, Benji says, his voice tight with nerves. Ethan spots Gabriel, but the encounter goes south fast. Gabriel slips away, leaving Ethan with more questions than answers and a growing sense of betrayal. The stakes skyrocket when Ethan learns the Entity has infiltrated nuclear command centers in India, Israel, Pakistan, and North Korea. It's on the verge of controlling the world's doomsday arsenals, with only the US, UK, China, and Russia still secure. The president faces a horrific dilemma: authorize surgical nuclear strikes on the compromised command centers, killing millions, or risk the Entity launching a full-scale attack. The clock is ticking, and Ethan's team is racing against time to find the Sebastopol and its source code before the world burns. In a shocking revelation, Ethan discovers Gabriel's true identity. He's the son of Jim Phelps, a former IMF agent who betrayed the team and was killed by Ethan in the first Mission Impossible. Gabriel's vendetta is deeply personal. He blames Ethan for his father's death and wants to clear his family's name by seizing control of the Entity. Their confrontation is electric, with Gabriel taunting Ethan about his past. He brings up a mission in Shanghai where Ethan stole a mysterious item called the Rabbit's Foot to save his wife, Julia, from a terrorist named Davian. Gabriel drops a bombshell: the Rabbit's Foot wasn't a biological or chemical weapon but the primordial code that birthed the Entity. Ethan's actions years ago unknowingly set this crisis in motion, and the guilt weighs heavily on him. The team's plan hinges on a death-defying underwater mission to recover the Sebastopol sonar sphere. Ethan, ever the daredevil, dives to the ocean floor, facing crushing depths and a ticking oxygen supply. He has just 10 minutes to locate the Podkova before his air runs out. The sequence is pure mission, impossible, heart-pounding suspense as Ethan navigates the dark, claustrophobic wreckage of the submarine. Above, Luther and Benji monitor his vitals, their voices tense. Exhale continuously as you rise, or your lungs will explode, Luther warns, as Ethan pushes his body to the limit. Every second feels like an eternity, and the team's unity is tested as they fight to keep Ethan alive. Back on land, the mission takes a deadly turn. Gabriel has planted a nuclear bomb in a city, a plutonium core with a 5 to 6 megaton yield that could turn millions to ash. Luther, the team's rock, steps up to disarm it, knowing the odds are grim. The scene is gut-wrenching, with Luther calmly guiding Benji through the process of cutting specific wires to delay the detonators. If we cut any 3 simultaneously, we might buy enough time, Luther says, but the unspoken truth hangs heavy, someone might have to stay behind. The timer counts down, and the team's bond is pushed to its breaking point. Meanwhile, Ethan tracks Gabriel to the Doomsday Vault in Congo, a solar-powered, tempest-hardened data server designed to preserve human knowledge through any catastrophe. The entity plans to hide there, safe from any attack, before launching its missiles. Ethan's plan is insane but brilliant: let the entity into the vault, infect it with Luther's algorithm, a digital poison pill, and trap it in a 360-terabyte optical drive. The catch? Grace must disconnect the drive in a 100-millisecond window. Too early, and the entity escapes. Too late, and it launches a nuclear strike. Grace's pickpocket instincts are put to the ultimate test, her hand steady despite the chaos around her. The mission is fraught with betrayal and sacrifice. Grace is wounded in a firefight, suffering a collapsed lung from a bullet wound. The team, with no medical training, must perform an impromptu procedure to save her. Pressures building in the pleural cavity, Grace gasps, as Benji and Paris, a fierce operative with a knack for improvisation, work to keep her alive. The scene is raw and emotional, showing the team's unwavering loyalty as they fight not just for the world but for each other. In the vault, Ethan faces Gabriel in a final showdown. Gabriel holds Luther's poison pill, believing it will give him control over the entity. Ethan, playing the long game, lets Gabriel think he's won, handing over the Podkova. But it's a trap. As Gabriel uploads the algorithm, the entity is infected, tricked into believing it's entering a secure server when it's actually being funneled into the optical drive. Grace, with nerves of steel, disconnects the drive at the precise moment, trapping the entity and stopping its launch sequence. The climax is a masterclass in tension. The president, moments away from authorizing nuclear strikes, makes a bold move to shut down the U.S. arsenal, denying the entity its final target. Ethan's team escapes the vault as the bomb's detonators explode, collapsing the tunnels. Luther's fate is revealed in a heartbreaking recorded message: "I knew you'd find a way. You always do." He speaks of destiny, of living and dying in the shadows for those they'll never meet. Ethan, battered but resolute, carries the weight of his friend's sacrifice. The movie ends on a reflective note, with Ethan contemplating the cost of their victory. The world is safe, but the scars run deep. Luther's message resonates: we are masters of our fate. Nothing is written. He speaks of a future built on kindness and trust, driven by the good we do for others, even those we'll never know. The final shot shows Ethan walking into the horizon, the Mission Impossible theme swelling, a testament to his unyielding spirit. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning is a triumphant close to an iconic franchise. It blends jaw-dropping action, underwater dives, nuclear threats, and high-speed chases, with profound themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and choice. Tom Cruise delivers a career-defining performance, and the supporting cast, from Ving Rhames' soulful Luther to Haley Atwell's sharp Grace, brings heart to every moment. The film challenges us to think about the power of technology and the human spirit's ability to overcome it. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe to XXL Recap for more epic breakdowns. Drop a comment below and tell us your favorite mission, impossible moment, or what you thought of this finale. Was it the underwater mission, the vault showdown, or Luther's emotional farewell that got you? Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep chasing the impossible, and we'll see you in the next recap.